So super important to remember then that in the grouping process here, and let me just go through that with you because it's really, I think, important to pay attention to this as it's a new process. And when I'm grouping a bunch of subgroups here, I'm going to ungroup this so I can walk you through this process with me. So I'm going to Shift-Command-G or right-click to ungroup tracks. I don't want to delete them because it'll delete everything that's nested within it if you do that. And now what I want to do, in order to group these subgroups together, I'm going to Shift select them so it selects all the tracks underneath. I'm going to right click and you can see Group Tracks or Command G, and now that's going to group them all. It's going to auto name that. I'm going to rename that Master Vox here. And you'll then see that the bus or group below it automatically routes to that track. If it's not and going to the master, you won't see it show up. The signal will not show up on the group. So you want to make sure you click down here, go to Master Vox, make sure that it's sending to the Master Vox track, as well as the subgroup down here. There it is, Master Vox. So now, super nice to be able to A-B the mix, instrumental to vocals here, all at the click of one button. So really nice technique to be able to kind of dial it in, hear it with and without the vocals. And now, of course, I can reference again the processing that I did on the lead vocals as well as the background vocals. In this case, I'm going to drop a little bit of compression because I've got a little distortion, adding a little decapitator to these vocals. And I'm going to drop in a little compression on there too. In this case, I think I'm going to use the Pro C2, the Fab filter here. Unlike drums that have a lot of transients, I can do a faster attack on these vocals to keep them smooth and tight in the mix. Slower release, I don't want a real pumping sound here. I just want to keep them tight and present in the mix here. A lot of choices and types of style of compression here. It's great. I can choose a vocal compression setting here, and that gives me a little extra punch on them. You'll notice that disables the ratio though when I do that. So it's got a prefixed, kind of a fixed ratio. If I like it, great. If I don't, I'm going to go back to like a classic compression here. But I really did like that vocal sound. It's got a nice effect to it. Puts them right out there in the mix. So that pushes my lead vocal quite nicely there. I could add some EQ if I want to, but for the sake of the demonstration, let's jump to these background vocals here. We're going to add another C2 on those, kind of give them a similar feel. I'm going to add a vocal compression setting on those here. Without the backgrounds, again, nice to be able to just hit one mute, bring them in and out. Pretty good. Now I can go to my master fader and do an overall compression around that. And in this case, I might want to use something a little warmer, maybe not as punchy, just something to warm them up because each of those are really nice and bright and in your face now. So I might use something a little different here. Let's take a look at, you know, we could even just use a really nice compressor, glue compressor from Ableton. In this case, let's throw a little glue compression on the Master Vox bus. Roll call, get 'em high, Sounds good. So this is kind of gluing the backgrounds and the main vocal together here in this case. And I'm adding a little makeup gain to keep them punching in your face right here. Now in this case too, I could balance my dry wet mix a bit. And now, if I want to, I could throw a final level of EQ across all of these vocals, but I'm liking where they're sitting, so I'm just going to leave them alone for now. But again, this is great because now I have a full control of getting my vocals to sit against my entire mix here. Too low? Nudge them in. And let's take it out into a verse now.
Damn, it feels good to see people up on it. Riding in the sky, getting high off the moment. Calling all space cadets with tape cassettes. Serious transmission, supernova on a mission. Dog star bars burn bright, pay attention. Galactic Federation rally up the plantation. Harriet Tub in the mud going fishing. Connecting constellations for collective liberation.
Now remember too, on these tracks, these vocal tracks here, the lead vocals, we're using 2 aux sends here to send to our aux return tracks over here, where we've got some reverb and delay giving us that reverb and slapback effect here. Let's hear it from the verse. Dry. There's the slapback. A little bit of reverb. You can hear it when I stop it. You can hear the tail coming off of it. Not too much. I want to keep it kind of dry and in your face in this case, just giving it a little bit of spatial feel to it. It can make a big difference in the context of the bigger mix here. Okay, so the last track here that I want to take a look at in terms of the group processing is the Ngoni. The Ngoni we've created a submix for as well, a left and right Ngoni that are panned accordingly, giving it some spatialness. We've got a Diode 609 Arturia compressor on there, along with a decapitator, which is giving it a little extra edge and push. One thing that's really fun to work with around these things, of course, is automation of effects. And you can easily go in here. If we go into automation mode, say A, I can control the automation of any of these parameters on these plugins. So for example, if I want to increase that drive that I was just playing with over time, this guy right here, I can change the drive setting based on different segments of the song. So particularly if I want to go into these breaks, and I want to give it more presence in the breaks, I'm going to create little automation breakpoints here, and I'm going to bring up that drive so it kind of really pumps that distortion feel in these break sections where the vocals stop. Let's check it out. So I'm really driving it hard now, and bring it back down for the verse. Pretty cool. That might have been a little heavy-handed. I might want to just choose to bring that down a hair, but that's the general idea. Automation can be so fun to really create changing tonality over time and make your mix and keep your mix really exciting and interesting. Okay, so that's it for group processing in this video. Next up, we're going to be taking a look at the master process. And when do you know you're actually finished with your mix? See you then.